Hi, Albert here with Mainland Cycle Center. Today I want to show you the 2017 Kawasaki Versys 650 ABS. And I must admit that I am a huge Versys fan. My son has a Versys 650 and that I love. And him and the bike. I love my son and his motorcycle, I guess. And then I recently bought a Versys 1000 this past year, a 2016 Versys 1000. And a lot of fun. I am fortunate enough to have several motorcycles, but the Versys currently is getting my touring duties. And my son and I recently took a trip this past summer on our Versys. He rode his 650 and I rode the 1000. I actually kind of like the 650 better than the 1000. It's a little more, I think, fun to ride. And I kind of wish that's what I'd have bought. So I'm really a big fan of this bike. It's really a lot of fun to ride. Nice handling. I won't say super sport handling, but definitely sport bike handling. Inverted front forks. It is equipped with ABS, anti-lock brakes. It's got the floating pedal style rotors. You've got dual rotors with 2-piston Nissan calipers on the front. I love the look of those headers on that 650cc parallel twin. Dual overhead cams, 4-valve, liquid cooled, fuel injected. On the bike, these have a cassette type transmission, which I like. You know, it's not really not something you'll probably ever have to do, but if for some reason you needed to service the transmission, you can do it without removing the engine from the bike on this bike. Pull the clutch cover, pull the clutch, and the transmission will pull right out the side. So again, probably not that you'd ever have to do that, but I like knowing that if you needed to, you could. It's real easy. So they made a few updates on the Versys 650 a few years ago, kind of a new model, and this didn't change from last year's model to this model, but it still has those great updates. The Versys has just gotten better and better over time. And so one of the things they've done is added the rear shock spring preload adjuster. So you've got this adjuster wheel right here. It says soft and hard. And what that does is that adjusts right here. So as we turn this knob, if you watch right there, you'll start to see a gap opening up where it's compressing that spring. So hopefully you can see this gap right here where it is pushing down on that spring to tension that spring. And so real easily you can adjust the rear shock, no tools required, just turn that knob. It's not hard to do at all. And so adjustable rear shock very easily. So if you're carrying a passenger, you can stiffen it up. You have luggage on this bike, you can stiffen it up, that kind of thing. Speaking of luggage, very easy to add the Kawasaki Accessory Saddlebags to this. They just plug right in, and when they come off, it makes a real clean look on the bike. This is a combination, I think this is metallic spark black and then the metallic matte finish spark black with a little bit of candy lime green accents. You can see that on the shock spring, on the wheel stripe, you know, a little bit of stripes on the fairing. Got a couple of green anodized caps on top of the forks. Really just look good. Dual headlights. Going to have one headlight on for low beam, the other headlight will come on for high beam. Got an adjustable windscreen, so you just loosen these little knobs on each side and your windscreen will move up and down there. And pretty good wind protection on this bike. So between the fairing and that adjustable windscreen, really nice wind protection on this bike. Take a look at this side of the bike. There's your horn right there. These are a 6-speed transmission on these bikes. There's your ABS motor right in there for your ABS. There you go. Pretty comfortable seat. Nice seat on these for a factory seat. Really, really good. Pretty standard handlebar controls. So we've got just high and low beam. It does have hazard lights as well as a pass button. So this button right up here will flash the high beam, your turn signals, and then your horn. And then just engine kill and start on that side. And of course your front brake and then your clutch lever are both adjustable. So you got the little adjustments where you can adjust the reach from the grip to the lever on those. Nice instrumentation. Got analog tachometer with a digital readout on the speedometer. Got a fuel gauge, a clock, odometer, all of that good stuff. You do have a couple little blanks right up here, and they sell an accessory gear position indicator, as well as an accessory 12-volt power outlet that you can put in there, which is nice. I know I'm doing phone mounts on pretty much all of my bikes now to link with my Bluetooth headset, so I like to have a phone mount and a charger. So for GPS or listening to music, it's nice to have that. LED rear taillight, kind of a smoked finish, really looks great on this bike. Clear turn signal lenses. But like I said, I'm a big fan of the Versys. It's really just a great all-around bike. If I'm fortunate enough to have several bikes, I still have Versys, but if I could only have one bike, I think it'd have to be a Versys, and maybe even the Versys 650. It is one of my favorite bikes we sell. It really is a lot of fun. You get these rigged out with some luggage on them, and you can just go anywhere on these. They'll run 100 miles an hour, no problem. They'll run highway speeds, tour, they're comfortable. Just really, really great bikes. Let's see, what else can we tell you about the Versys 650? Oh, I wanted to show you a couple of things. One of the upgrades that they made to these is a little rubber mount here on the engine, so to dampen vibration. So this bike is definitely smoother than the older Versys, and then even the rubber on top of the foot pegs help dampen some vibration also. The handlebars even have some rubber dampeners in there to dampen vibration there. So really smooth. Kawasaki really tried to make this bike as comfortable as possible for touring. So a lot of little things like that have been done to make this bike smoother and better. All right, well, that's a look at the 2017 Kawasaki Versys 650 ABS. We are Mainland Cycle Center. We're located in Marque, Texas. We're about 30 minutes south of downtown Houston, just off of I-45 here in Marque. You can find us online at mainlandcyclecenter.com or by phone at 409-948-4969. And we would just love it if you'd give us a call, shoot us an email, or even better, come by and see us in person here at Mainland Cycle Center, where we'd love to help any way that we can. Hey, thanks for watching.